Hey guys, today we're gonna have pizza. Pizza Hut is having this cheese stuffed crust, and I was like, cheese stuffed crust, 갈비, kimchi. Let's make bulgogi kimchi pizza. And so we ordered a little bit of garlic bread, a little bit of alfredo pasta, and we're gonna have a party. Let's get into it and let me show you the deets. All right, so here is the Pizza Hut pizza. And this is stuffed cheese knots on the edges. Right, and then they have these dipping sauces. This is the pepperoni ranch, just regular ranch, and the marinara, the garlic breadsticks, and then we have our pasta here. We have kimchi from my favorite tteokbokki kimchi, okay? And then this is the Trader Joe's 갈비 that I have cut up here. And then I have the long ones back there. Let's get into it, guys. I was craving this for a while now. Oh my gosh, look. Wow. Look at that. Bow, bow, bow. All right, so let's get our pizza. It is a little on the thinner side, I will say. Okay. It has that that pizza that's like a cartoon everywhere. It's like always looking like this. You know what I mean? Because then, all right. So let's get some 갈비. Put it on there. Let me show ya. Okay. And then let's get some kimchi. Put it on there as well. All right. Kimchi bulgogi pizza, but in this case it's actually 갈비, but it's same difference. All right, let's dig in. All right. It's good. If you guys like the combination of like sweet, salty, a little sour, it's perfect. Thanks. 맛있어. You want me to make you one? So good. My cat is intrigued by the 갈비 and he wants some. He's like, he's getting really close, and this cat is the one that will get really close and touch the food with his nose. So we have to watch out for this one. But this is so good, like, and I like that you can have the like the knots at the end. And then you can dip it in any of these sauces. Let's try them out. Let's try the pepperoni ranch. Okay. Let's do a little dip, dip, dip. All right. I don't know that I'm a fan of this. Hold on, let me get another bite. So the pepperoni taste that it has is kind of like, you know those bacon bites that are for dogs? Kind of has that flavor, like the artificial pepperoni taste. So I'm not a big fan of that. Let's try the Pizza Hut ranch. Pizza Hut ranch. Not bad. Let's try the marinara. Marinara is the best. I like it. But this is great. It's like you almost don't need the breadsticks because it's like a cheese stick on the side. You know what I'm saying? Let me get another big piece. Yeah, I love this. This is a visual stuff right here. Look at that. And then you can see like the cheese popping out in the back. I love that. All right, so we're gonna keep making this kalbi. All right, this time, let me show you with the kalbi on first. Okay. And then I'm gonna just eat the kimchi as needed, okay? Now I'm not sure if it's still like hot and popping in Korea, but this is like an actual pizza thing that they do have. Next time I go to Korea, I want to try the weird pizzas that they have. Like last time I went to Korea, we ordered pizza like the American way. It was okay, but I want to try the weird stuff. Like I want to have sweet potato on everything, mayonnaise, you know, all that good stuff. It's like having 2 meals in one. Honestly, the marinara is the best. Honestly, so good. I would like the kimchi kalbi is good, okay, but just the crust alone. Your girl loves cheese, so I'm digging it. So good. I'm gonna get some Coke Zero. Ooh. I'm not sure if you guys can see the explosion of carbonation, but it's very much here. All right. Whew, so good. I haven't had Coke Zero in a while. Oh my gosh, I went to the dentist like not too long ago because you know you have to do your cleanings. I avoided it for 1 whole year because I was like so done. Because guys, I'm the type, I get cavities really easily. So I skipped 1 year because I was like, I had like 7 at one point. And I get them all fixed and I was so tired and annoyed because like, you know, you gotta get crowns and then whatever and whatnot. And then you have to go back to get the actual like real crown. Well, I went to the doctor's office and then had a cleaning, and you know they do the x-rays and stuff. And then there was one cavity that they were watching, and then there was one cavity that newly formed. I was so thankful that I only had like one nude cavity that they didn't know about. But yeah, so they made my appointment for me and I went in. And guys, do you guys have that same dilemma? Where do you put your eyes when you're like at the like dental office and then they're talking to you, right? So they're like, oh, you have any plans for like spring break and stuff? And then they're like in your mouth, so you can't even say anything. You're like, oh no, no. And then they're experts. They understand everything. Like whatever you want to talk about, you know, they'll understand 100%. But I had work done on the last tooth back here on the top, and it's really deep, you know, that's when they were watching. And I was wondering, like, why were they watching that cavity though? Shouldn't they have just fixed it, you know? I don't know. I'm not a dentist, I don't know. But I was like, oh, less work for me, so I don't have to get it done this time. So I was like kind of happy about it, but it made me think like, why are they watching it and not just doing it like right away? But anyway, if you're a dentist or you work at a dental office and you know, let me know in the comments below. Can the cavity heal itself? Like, I don't know, maybe they were just exhausted about fixing my 7 cavities that I had at that time. But anyways, after my dental cleaning, my hygienist was so nice, and she was like showing me, okay, this is how you floss, and then you can start from the back, irrigate it, and then work yourself to the middle, and then that's the midpoint, and then do it so forth and so on. And then she was like telling me like, when you floss, you kind of want to hug your teeth. So if this is the tooth, right, you want the floss to be going like this, all the way down to the gums in the connective area, like this. And then for the other tooth, if it's like this, oh, 나 지났어. Okay, so if this is the other tooth, you do the same thing. You go all the way down to the gums, kind of like get that stuff out, and then you go boop, and you get that stuff off. And man, my teeth, I'm telling you, my gums and my teeth have never looked so good in my life. Right now I have food in it, can't tell, but after the dental hygienist told me, I was like, guys, do you guys even know if you're like brushing your teeth well? Guys, I'm a changed woman. And then she was telling me like, when you use your electric toothbrush, don't just like brush like as if you're mad or something. You're like, and like press really hard. So this is your tooth, right? This is the toothbrush, like it's an automatic toothbrush. If it's going like this, let it do its job and then slowly move it up. And then 2 seconds, go to the next tooth and let it do its thing. If you didn't know, now you know. You're welcome. Saved you a trip. But yeah, I was afraid of going to the dentist office, and like, you know, my heart is always like, my heart is like a nomadic heart. I don't want to stay like in one place for a long time. Like my heart wants to move and go to different places, you know? Anyways, dental hygienist, respect. I respected her. But it was so awkward when like the dentist is trying to ask me something, and I'm like, oh, you have any plans for spring break? I'm like, oh no. And then they were putting you all the way back, so like the blood is kind of going to the back of my head, right? Because they're like trying to get in there, all right? This is the visual, like, and then they tell you to turn towards them. So this is the dentist, right? So they're like doing the work and stuff. Where do you put your eyes? I mean, they put sunglasses on me. Thank goodness they did, because I'm the type that cannot close my eyes. Like if there is sound and there's stuff going on, like I need to see those gestures of like non-verbal communication that the, you know, hygienists or dentists have for me, right? Because like they put the straw in you and they're like, okay, when they remove the other instrument, you gotta, so like all the saliva gets sucked out of you, you know? So like, you know, I gotta get those social cues. My husband was telling me that he closes his eyes during that time. I'm like, what? You close your eyes for me? I'm like wide open, and no wonder they put those sunglasses on me. Otherwise, if you think about it, it's like, it's just like someone's big eyes is looking at you like, what's going on? What's going on? Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's... Also, for the girlies that go to the dentist, how do you guys do your hair? Because like I was thinking possibly, you know those like eye masks that you use to sleep? I was thinking, I saw grandma use that at the nail shop while she was getting a pedicure. She had those eye mask things, and I was like, man, that grandma living large, like respect. And I was thinking, what if we did that for the dentist? Because otherwise, like, you know, I wouldn't have to see them, you know? But it's not a relaxing experience. So would you want to do that? I don't know. And I was thinking about myself, oh my gosh, how can I make my doctor visit to the dentist a little better? And I was thinking, you know what? I should put on my AirPods. I should put on my AirPods and listen to an audiobook, or like put a weighted blanket on me, put like an eye mask on so I'm not like looking like a creep at, at the dentist. And then they had me so backwards that the sunglasses kept on like lifting, because like I'm laying down like this, right? So the sunglasses kept on going like this off of my face. And then every time that it would fall off, she would see my eyes wide open. I saw her giggle a minute and then like put the sunglasses back on my face, but like I was like, dang, how can I make that experience better? Why do I have such a bad experience with dental offices? Because they poke you. Guys, that syringe that they used when they put anesthetics in your mouth is like, have you seen it? Oh my gosh, I look at everything that they put in my mouth. It's like this long. And then they go, a little pinch. It's not a little pinch. It's a big pinch, right? But I was like, whatever, you know, like, what can I do to make this dental office experience better? Because, you know, homegirl tends to have to keep going back. Hopefully, after I start brushing my teeth well, I won't have to keep going back. But I was just thinking about what hairstyle should I do? Because like, if you have a hair ponytail like this, right? And then the seat is gonna hit the back of your ponytail, right? And then you're just gonna have to mess up your hair. Or you can do a super high ninja ponytail like this, right? Because then you can lay down, no problem. But then if you have long hair, sometimes they tell you to move and stuff, and then your hair will get tugged back, you know, like so, like someone's like pulling your hair. And then like you're in an awkward position because you have all this stuff in your mouth and you can't like verbally communicate that. Boss, my hair is like my life, you know, like my hair is what makes me presentable to people. Like, can you like watch out for a little bit, you know? Guys, dental offices. Guys, do you guys like going to the dentist? Comment below. What is your dental routine? For me, if I go to the dental office, I try to water pick, floss, and brush my teeth, and then have some time in between that. And then right before I leave to drive to the dental office, I put mouthwash in. But man, it takes like 20, 30 minutes to do all of that, you know? So 힘들어. Like, now that I know how to brush my teeth and water pick and all that stuff properly, it's so tiring. Like right after I eat, I'm like, oh, right before I climb into bed, I'm like, oh gosh, I have to go to the bathroom and get this done or else I'm not gonna do it. So now it's like, I'm almost like an amateur professional at dental hygiene. It's kind of funny. 가오라, 아니야. All right. Sriracha spritz on my pizza. So we saw online that there was like a this or that. So my husband is going to ask me like this or that questions. I haven't really looked through them, but I think it'll be fun. All right, let us begin.
Would you rather wear sweatpants for the rest of your life, including funerals and weddings, or have to wear sequins to everything?
Sequins is not very soft, and then they have a lot of, I think it's like chiffon with it. No. Definitely sweatpants, because that's already my life right now. Work from home, you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, next. Would you rather have every meal you eat for the rest of your life be a little too spicy or a little too sweet?
A little too spicy. Actually, guys, this is ridiculous. I know, but I always thought I had GI issues up until I was like 20 something, 23, 24. And then one week I was sick, so I didn't have anything spicy. I had no problems in my stomach. And then once I recovered, I started having spicy food again, and I just realized, oh my goodness, it's not that I always have GI issues. I always eat spicy, and that's why it causes those GI issues. So I guess I would rather have too sweet more than too spicy because I'm getting older. GI issues, you know.
All right, would you rather be able to speak and understand every language in the world,
Oh gosh.
or know how to talk to animals?
Every language in the world. I love meeting new people and like learning about different cultures.
All right, would you rather hold my hand for 4 hours straight every day, or never hold it again?
Never holding it again, sad. I do 4 hours and then just go out into the cold because my honey is a hot furnace. He's hot. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Same for me. Same for me. Would you rather get flowers every week or diamonds every 2 years?
Diamonds every 2 years. Flowers, there's flowers outside in our garden. And I don't know, maybe I'll change again. We have an orchid that blooms repeatedly and it's just so beautiful. However, I do not have a green thumb. So I would say diamonds.
All right, would you rather get a good morning text or good night text?
Good night, wink, wink. My honey ain't a morning person. I have to wake him up every morning. But if he's away, I always wake up early on. Like, especially on the weekends, like I wake up like at 7, 6, 5, you know? My honey wake up like 10, 12, 1. If I don't wake him up, he can sleep all day. So for my honey, it's a nighttime text. Cause it's like, good night, you know, wink, wink, wink.
All right, would you rather change jobs every few years or keep one job for the rest of your life?
Change every couple years, because what if you don't like the people? You know, I worked so many different jobs in my life. Like, I'm like relatively young in my earlier 30s, not super early, but earlier 30s. But like, yeah, there's just too many different types of people. You learn from those interactions and then you grow as an individual and you're like, this job is not for me. Or you apply it or learn something, you know? What about you?
Yeah, I think same. I think having one job I get sick of it eventually.
Yeah, what if you chose like a job that you were not like into and you had to stick with it for the rest of your life, you know? That would suck.
All right, would you rather lose your most cherished memory or know that you've already had your happiest moment in life?
I think know that I had my happiest moment in life. But it's also so sad because I feel like memories and experiences make a person and grow a person, you know? What about you?
Yeah, I think same. This is the day I met you. I already know. All right, next one. Would you rather eat out for every meal or have to cook every meal?
Surprisingly, guys, I would rather have to cook every meal. Because sometimes you just don't want to eat out. And this comes from like during the pandemic, me and my husband, we were going through it mentally. Getting cabin fever, wanting to go out because we're foodies. We love going out to restaurants. At one time, I was like, I'm a professional Yelper, you know? And I wrote like reviews and stuff and I stopped. But yeah, like after eating out every day, every meal, we racked up like $2,000 each, $2,000 each person in credit card debt at the time per month. And so by the end of that experience, like for a couple months, we were like, oh my gosh, I don't really want to eat out, you know? But now that we're cooking more at home, eating a little bit more balanced diets, we can indulge in these days, you know? So I would rather cook every day at home.
Would you rather have no emotions or be able to deeply feel every little thing?
I think I'd rather not have emotions. And this comes from me being so I don't know if my MBTI changed, Myers-Briggs, but growing up, I was always INFP. But because I now know that emotions sometimes can alter people's opinions, I try to, how do you say manipulate without saying manipulate? But it can kind of like, for example, tears. It can make someone feel bad. Oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. But then when you look back at it, you have to look at the facts. Because of that, I think I have changed. I might be a well-adjusted INFP now, but Sometimes when I take the Myers-Briggs test, it comes as INFTP now. So I'd rather not have emotions because I like to think of things more logically when I'm making decisions now.
All right, last question. Would you rather know how you're going to die or know how I'm going to die?
Oh my gosh. I'd rather know how I'm going to die because especially when it comes to loved ones, whenever like something happens or something, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the moment. And then I would try everything in like the world to make him not die, and then it will consume my life. But for me, if I know if it's about myself, I'll just be like, okay, that's how I'm gonna die. Okay, it's gonna happen regardless, you know. But when it comes to my loved ones, then I'm like, I will stop everything and like try to prevent it from happening, even though we're all gonna die at one time. What about you?
I think I'm the opposite because then I'd be like, okay, if my honey is not gonna die, then I'll have some peace until I know it's the one moment that you do.
I guess 그것도 말이 되는 것 같아. I think that makes sense too because you'll be able to send like, think about this. You lost the opportunity to have the last time with your loved one, your spouse, your lover, your mother, your father. And they were just like, oh, today I'm not feeling very well. I think I'm gonna just take a sick day. And they were just at home, right? And you were working, right? If you had known, you would stay and do whatever, like be with your loved one. But if you didn't know, you'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna go to work like a normal person. Then come back and then I'm dead.
Oh yeah, I would never tell you how it's gonna happen, just so you don't know. But I guess you would know if I'm like, oh, you're sick? I'm not going to work today.
Yeah, because I'm like, 뭐지? 이 사람? That makes sense. Okay, I changed my mind then. I want to know. But then it will consume me. I don't know if I can handle it. I'll be crying the whole day.
Because you know, yeah, that's true.
Guys, sometimes I watch cartoons and stuff and I'm crying. I'm a feeler. I guess I'm a well-adjusted feeler. 맛있다. Guys, I have to be very honest. Kalbi tastes way better by itself. Kimchi tastes good with pizza, but just eat pizza like pizza. I don't know if I can say I'm a big fan of the kimchi pizza. I tried a few just to make sure I'm not in love with it. The tteokbokki was really good that one time. But yeah, if you're gonna eat pizza, just eat pizza. Honestly, marinara sauce is the best to dip this sauce in. What can I say? Oh, I didn't eat this yet. It's the breadsticks. These are big, look. Pretty big. Let's dip it in the marinara. I think this marinara and this marinara is the same, so I'm just gonna use the opened one. I'm gonna dip it in pizza, the breadsticks. All right, let's try it. Would you rather have your personal life exposed, or would you rather live the rest of your life butt naked?
Personal life exposed. How do I go outside if it's the other one?
Dude, I'd rather live butt naked.
You can't go in public. It's against the law then.
No, if it wasn't against the law. Personal life is too personal.
I mean, people do all the time with social media anyways.
그런가?
Or like the Korean shows where they have the cameras. I guess it'd be more like that.
No, I feel like if you're butt naked and you're exposed once, then they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, I gotta see that every time all day, you know? They're just gonna be like, weirdo. No?
So you would go buck naked. Oh jeez.
I'll stay at home.
But yeah, you're gonna have to go outside to do like government stuff, like your ID and stuff,
I'll
or
tell
renew
them
your passport.
I'm a nudist and I have to stay home. Nowadays, you know, you can do those webcam meetings maybe. Just present your face. Neck below is censored for your protection. Plus, nobody cares. Like, have you guys ever went to a sauna where you have to wash up? You walk around butt naked. Like, nobody like showers and washes themselves with clothes on. The ladies that are in there, you know, they all got the same organs, you know, same stuff going on. Nothing special.
I wouldn't do it.
I'm not ashamed of my body. And I'm not super proud of my body either. But it's just like, you know, you got this and I got this. Like, we're all kumbaya, you know? Now, I would hate to have to lay on the floor or sit somewhere butt naked because you know those thoughts, oh my gosh, what if something crawls on me? Whew. guys, thanks for joining me on today's mukbang. I know it's like a little crazy and chaotic today, but you know, I really wanted to try this. I kind of want to put like sugar on here and then like almost creme brulee it and kind of see if it's like a dessert, you know? But that's for a later day or next time. So I'll see you guys on the next mukbang, and I'll see you guys on the next mukbang. Thanks for joining me on today's mukbang, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!